Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, welcome. I am CharniqG. Welcome to my makeup channel. And yeah, we're gonna be getting into this bomb makeup look today that I did on my client. I absolutely love this look. I wanted to play in some color, and I've been wanting to recreate this type of eye look for a minute, and I finally had a chance to do it. My client was able to let me do it on her, so I was super excited. It came out so pretty. So yeah, we're gonna be getting into this makeup look today. I'm gonna be showing you guys step by step on how I achieve this look. So first off, we're gonna cleanse my client's skin, of course, getting all the dirt and residue and all of that off of her skin. I'm going in with the It's Cosmetic Oil Control Moisturizer to prep her skin. Next, I'm going in with my Too Faced Foundation Primer. This primer is so good for all skin types, oily and combination skin. Next up, we're gonna go in with foundation. So I did have to mix her foundation to get the shade, so I will list the two shades down below. But I'm taking that foundation and I'm buffing and patting that foundation into her skin. I believe I mentioned this in my last makeup tutorial, but yeah, I've been applying my foundation this way now, where I put it on the back of my hand and I dab it. I dip the brush in the product, and I've been loving this technique. I definitely feel like it just gives a nice flawless blend. I don't know, maybe it doesn't, maybe it's no difference, but I feel like it's a difference. Like, it gives a nice flawless blend, and you can also control how much product you're really putting on your client's face. And I think that's really the main thing for me, is you can control how much product you're putting on your client's face. Next, my favorite part, highlighting and contouring. I'm going in with Tarte Shape Concealer in shade, I believe, Cool 10 or either medium 10, or either medium deep. It's listed down below in my description box, y'all. But I'm just highlighting all the areas of her face where the light hits. So under her eyes, middle of her chin, middle of her bridge of her nose, right above her lip, and then the middle of her forehead. So I'm gonna let that concealer dry down, and I'm gonna move to the contour process. So same thing what I was mentioning with the foundation, I wanted to also test the same technique out with her contour. So I applied the product on the back of my hand, and I just dipped the brush in the product, and I'm just going in and I'm contouring her face that way. And like I mentioned before, I definitely feels like this is so perfect for like product control and just controlling how much product you are putting on your client's face, because sometimes I do feel like we can overdo it when it comes to how much product we're putting on our clients' faces. So for me, I feel like doing it this way really helps me control the product and control how much product I am putting on my clients' faces. So I love this technique. This was also my first time trying the technique with the contour process, okay? So I'm going in, I'm contouring her nose. I'm just dragging the concealer up into her eyebrows and just taking it slightly down, but not all the way down. Going in with the Juvia's Place liquid blush, I'm going to apply that blush right on her cheekbone, just a tad bit, because if you know, you know, this blush, a little goes a long way, okay? I learned my lesson with this blush, and it's so funny because my client, when she saw me pull the blush out, she already knew. She was like, oh yeah, that blush, a little goes a long way, okay? So if you know, you know. But I love the Juvia's Place liquid blushes. They're so pigmented and they're just so perfect. Like, I just love it. Okay, so once I'm done blending out that blush, I'm going in and it's time to blend out the concealer. It's tacky enough for me to my liking, and look at how smooth this concealer just blends out. It's a nice under eye coverage. Like, I highly recommend letting your concealer dry down, let it get tacky, because once you go in and blend, girl, it's gonna give you the perfect coverage. It's going to blend out perfectly. I just love letting my concealer dry down, because if it's too wet, it's gonna be a mess. Okay, it is going to be a hot mess. Okay, so I'm going in and I'm just blending out everywhere that we highlighted on her face. I also forgot to mention, if you guys have not noticed, the background is different. So yes, I have revamped my makeup space, y'all. So I'm so excited to show y'all my home base, the revamp of my home-based makeup suite / makeup studio, beauty room, whatever you want to call it, girl. But I'm super excited. This is like a sneak peek and I'm just so hyped to show y'all. Okay, so stay tuned for that.
think I need you here. I swear it's time to keep these feelings to myself. Now you're the one I'm thinking of. My higher ground, my rocket love. For gravity, I'd rather stay up here. We can get away. Palm trees, beach views on the night.
Everything is all blended. Now it's time to go in and set my client's face. So I'm taking a powder puff and some translucent powder from Laura Mercier. I live by this translucent powder, but I've also been open to trying new new setting powders, loose setting powders. So I'm on the hunt for some good setting powders because I've been sticking with Laura Mercier for years, y'all, like years. So I think I'm ready to try some new powders just to, compare and just see like the difference or whatever like that. So I definitely will be adding a new one in my kit really soon. But yeah, for now we're gonna stick with my girl Laura, and she always gets the job done. Okay, so yeah, I'm setting everywhere that we highlighted, and then once I'm done with that, we're gonna go in with a pressed foundation powder to set the rest of her face. And the powder that I will be using is from Jaclyn Cosmetics, and again, I believe that her products are no longer on available for purchases and stuff. So that really sucks, y'all. Like, that really sucks, because as I mentioned before in all my other videos, I love this powder and I love her products so much, but it's okay, it's cool. What I will say is, if you are looking for a good powder, try Fenty foundation powders. Love Fenty down, and I need to get some more in my kit. So I'm going in with the Juvia's Place powdered blushes, and I'm setting where we applied her blush. Super pretty, not too much, okay? And I love me a blush. Love me a blush. I'm also going in with the Smashbox palette as well, because they have a nice pretty orange blush. So I like to kind of go in and mix my blushes. And once I'm done setting her face with the powders and stuff, I like to go in and carve. So I'm carving her cheeks, and then I also went in and carved the size of her nose, and this is gonna just really bring those features out. So yeah, and this is also the baking process as well, because for her eye makeup we are gonna be applying some color, and I do not want any fallout. So I'm gonna let that powder sit and bake while we do her eye makeup. And she already had beautiful face features, so this look is eating already. Okay, like my girl just had a very pretty face structure and features. Like she was just so pretty. Okay, y'all, I have decided after years of not using brow gel slash, you know, brow pomade, I decided to go back to it. And I'm just so happy to be back because I just missed the results that brow gel used to give. So I decided to make the switch after using brow pencils for so long. And it's nothing against brow pencils. I would still more than likely still use brow pencils. It just really depends for me. But brow gel, it just hits different. It hits different, and I can't believe I stopped using it for so long. Like literally for years I stopped using it. And I decided to go back to it. So I'm using the brow pomade from Morphe. The shade is listed down below in my description box. And I'm taking a skinny small angle brush to draw her brows. And it just gave what it needed to give, okay? I'm cleaning up her brows with a super flat concealer brush. This is the Bare Minerals concealer brush. And I'm going in with the Tarte Shape concealer to clean up her brows.
Not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist. You can get away. Chase beach views and every day. All I wanna hear is an episode that we play. Sit right next to you.
I like to go in and set that concealer with some translucent powder, but not too much powder because I don't want the eyes to be super set. So I'm just taking like a little bit of translucent powder and just setting her entire eyelid. And I'm going to also apply some tape because we want this look to be nice, crispy, and clean, okay? So I'm going to apply some tape on the outer corners of her eye. And for her eye makeup, I wanted to go with whatever she was wearing that day. So she said she was wearing like pink, black, or probably gold. So I want to do something that she could just do all of them with, and it's gonna go with each look, whether she does whatever color. So I'm starting with the black, and I'm taking that right above her crease, and I'm just gonna stop it halfway. And I'm taking a very small, like sturdy eyeshadow brush. I'm also going to go in and apply the same black on the outer corners of her eyelids and taking it out. I'm not taking it out too far because once we blend it, it's going to go out anyway. So I'm just taking it like right on the outer corners of her lid and going in with a clean brush, another clean brush. I'm taking pink eyeshadow and I'm applying that right on top of the black and just like a little bit above that black, okay? So I did not set the black yet because we're gonna go in and set everything together once we are done applying the colors. So I'm applying the pink first, same step right above that black, right above her crease, and then also on the outer corners of her eyes as well. And I'm pretty much just gonna go back and forth, like y'all are gonna see me kind of go back and forth with blending and then going back in and applying more pink, blending some more, and then going back and applying more pink just to get it to my desired liking. So I'm gonna be going in and steady applying more eyeshadow until it comes out to my liking. Also forgot to mention, when it's time to blend out, I'm taking another clean eyeshadow brush to blend everything out together.
that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist. We can get away from these beach.
So this is how it looks blending out, but we're not done yet. I'm taking a Q-tip with some makeup remover on it, and I'm going to clean any extra product off of her eyelid because we want this base to be very clean. And once I apply the concealer, I don't want the product, like, you know how you apply concealer on top of product and it kind of changes the color of the concealer. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm just taking a Q-tip with some makeup remover to get any excess product off of her eyelid, and then I'm going in with the same concealer brush to carve and clean up her crease. So we are creating a half cut crease, and I'm just taking my time. This is in real time, so this is just the real speed that I'm going in. And as you can see, I'm also dragging that concealer down on her eyelid, but not all the way down because we don't want it to go over the shadow that's at the bottom of her outer corners. But yeah, this looks so cute already. Like, just wait until y'all see it come together. And this is why having a super skinny flat concealer brush matters, because look at how easy it is for me to just carve and cut this cut crease. Okay, I'm taking another clean eyeshadow brush and I am blending that concealer out, and I'm gonna go in and set that concealer with some translucent powder. And as you can see, I'm lightly blending that out into like an angle, like I'm going in the direction of where the eyeshadow is going. So I'm blending that concealer out at an angle, very carefully, not getting it over the shadow that's at the outer corner of her eyelids. And again, I'm gonna go in with some translucent powder and set that lid.
It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist. We can get away from these beach views and every day. All I wanna hear is an visions that we play. Sit right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you. Think I wish away. Really wanna, I just wanna get away. Sit right next to you. I don't wanna kiss you. Yeah, I just wanna feel you. Feel you. I want you around. Around. I want you
Now that everything is all set, I'm going in with that same eyeshadow brush that we used to blend those shades together, and I'm going to lightly blend that over that her eyelid just to give it a nice airbrush look. So I also want to go in and add something else to her eyelid because I felt like let's like let's like add a little razzle dazzle. Let's add more to the eyelid, okay? So I decided to go in with this gold chrome because she did say she was probably gonna wear gold, of course. So I was gonna do glitter at first, but I decided let's just do something very simple, very light. I don't want to give her, you know, no glitter eye. So I took this gold glitter, not glitter, this gold chrome powder and just apply a little bit over her eyelid, and it just really gave the eye just like an extra pop, an extra razzle dazzle. Like, it was just so freaking cute. I just love the pop that it gave to her eye, like that light glow. It just really add that nice extra touch to her eye. I also decided to go in with some white liner, and I saw this technique on Instagram where you can take a very skinny flat brush and apply your white liners like that if you want a super skinny and crisp clean liner. So this is my first time trying it. I did mess up a little bit, but it didn't come out looking too bad. Removing her tape, and look at how nice and clean that shadow look, y'all. Ooh. So let's finish up her eyes. I'm going in with some white eyeliner and applying that right on her waterline, and then I'm going to go in with some pink, the same pink eyeshadow shade that we use to add right underneath that white. So I'm going in with that same foundation powder to buff away all the extra translucent powder, and this also helps to set the makeup in place as well. And this is pretty much me just adding those finishing touches to her face. So I did go in also add some under eye powder to her under eyes just to really set her eyes in place and just to really tone down that very like under eye powdery look. So I went in with the Jaclyn Cosmetics under eye setting powder, and this is like my favorite under eye setting powder because it does exactly that, okay? It sets the under eye, giving it a nice smooth look and finish. Then I'm gonna go in and just touch up like her contour, add some highlight and shimmer on her cheekbones. I also like to go in and add some highlight also in the middle of the nose, so you guys are gonna see that as well. And I realized that she literally had one lash on her other eye at the bottom, and I did not even notice it until I'm looking at it now. But I still went in and added some bottom mascara underneath her eye, so you really couldn't tell the difference too much. Also, I'm using this is like a brace, like a floss for braces. I like to use this to apply my client's mascara, using the Morphe setting spray to set her makeup in place. This is only the first spray. You guys are gonna see me spray her face again. So for her lips, I always do the same thing, y'all. Like, I always do the same lip combo. So I want to switch it up and do something different. So I'm going for a ombre lip today. So I'm starting with a super dark concealer shade to outline her lips, and then I'm gonna go in with like this pink, this really dark pink lip color that I had in my kit, and I'm applying that pink literally like right on top of that brown. Now, the key to a nice ombre is you want to start from dark to light. So I'm gonna take like a white, I actually went in with like a white concealer, not too light, but I went in with a light concealer shade, and I applied that right in the middle of her lips, and you're gonna see the color transform into like this nice pretty pink, and like this color right here, super pretty. I went in with a little bit more of that concealer just to brighten the inner of her lips a little bit more. I did go in and top it with just a little bit of gloss, not too much, because I still wanted her to have like a matte finish, so not too glossy. And this is the final spray with the Morphe setting spray, brushing her lashes into place. And this is the final look, y'all. This is how it came out. Super pretty. I mean, I love how this makeup look came out. It was so different, very challenging, but I definitely want to give this look a try again just to perfect this eye look, because I do want this to be like a new signature eye look for me. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Leave some comments down below. Subscribe if you made it all the way through. Don't forget to check down below in my description box for all the product deets. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for watching, and I'm gonna see y'all y'all in my next video. Ciao.
It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare.